Sea moss. How do you actually make it taste good, and how do you make it? I'm going to show you. So I've got 2 ounces of my Dr. Sebi sea moss here, which gets you surprisingly a large amount of sea moss here. First, you want to rinse the sea moss, get off any of the excess debris, anything like that. Thoroughly rinse it. You can soak and then rinse it too if you really want to get it clean. It's real wild Honduran sea moss, so you just want to inspect it, make sure that there's no excess debris, but you want to see this in your sea moss because then you know this is actually growing off rocks. People say to soak overnight, but if you simply just add this sea moss to a pot, add some spring water, simmer for a minimum of 10 minutes, it'll get it nice and softened up and ready for the blender. So after simmering for about 10 minutes, you want the sea moss to get to about a wet noodle consistency, and this will make it very easy to whip up into a super smooth gel that you can use to take as a supplement every day, and or use it on your skin, use it as a face mask. This will get very smooth and it'll get very easy to work with. So after I got the sea moss softened up, I'm going to go ahead and remove it from the heat and let this cool down before blending it. So here I will add some key lime juice. I will add about 3 key limes, and then I will add a quality sea salt here, and this truly will make the sea moss taste a lot better as a supplement. It kind of takes that almost ocean type, fishy type taste out of the sea moss, and it also preserves it. You'll get a lot longer of a shelf life. From here, I'll go ahead and blend it up into a gel. It should get very smooth and it should be relatively thin when you're done. So when you're done, it should have a decent smooth consistency to it. It should pour decently, and that will make sure that you get all your money's worth out of the moss, and that it will stretch out quite a bit. From just a 2-ounce pack of sea moss, you can get quite a bit. This is where I'll taste test the sea moss, and if it doesn't taste that good, I'll add just a little bit more sea salt and I'll mix it down in there, and I'll throw this one in the fridge. Any others I'll put in the freezer, and they will last almost indefinitely in the freezer. I'll thaw it out when I get low on this jar. So there it is. Just 2 ounces of sea moss can get you up to 2 of these jars, and adding that sea salt really does enhance the flavor. This sea moss works as a great face mask, and it truly is a lot better tasting with just adding that little bit of that key lime and that sea salt. This is going to get you almost all of your minerals and your iodine, as well as many other vitamins and nutrients for the day. People always ask me what I recommend for a vitamin. It's always going to be taking some sea moss at some degree, no matter what diet you're on.